I wanted a bike that would go 45 miles an hour at least, because I feel like a lot of the bikes under that looked like somebody's grandma's bike or something. And I wanted,
Amsterdam, you have to register your bike. They do have speed limit caps in Amsterdam, but Amsterdam has a phenomenal bike infrastructure. This is why it drives me insane when people go on there and say, you can't make money DoorDash. I'm here to tell you, there's a lot of people that make a lot of money doing gig work. What's going on, Walt family? Welcome to the channel where we ride, we hustle, we repeat. Today, here's what I want to do today, guys. I'm going to go over what I am super excited about, and that is going to be the first annual Florida Cannonball Loop. I took, first of all, let me just backtrack a little bit. Tomorrow, I'm going to finally be interviewing someone that I've been asking to be on the channel for a long time. Not really in the e-bike world, although he has partook in e-bikes, but someone that I think you all know, and someone that I think is going to provide a lot of value to the channel. Tomorrow's the interview. Then we're going to air it in about a week from now. But this person was one of, well, I wouldn't say the main, but a big part of the reason why I decided to go ahead and do the Florida Cannonball Loop. Basically what it is, in fact, let's just go over what I'm talking about. And as always, guys, if you have any questions, comments, put them in the chat. Say hi, tell me where you're from. And here's the deal, guys. I am less than, if Lorena can remind me, well, I don't know what day it is, but July 15th is going to be my 1-year anniversary with the Watt Hustle channel. I am shooting for 2,000 subscribers. I am looking at my analytics right now. And in my analytics, it tells me that 74% of the people that watch my channel and watch my videos are not subscribed. Come on, guys. You have to do me that big favor. Subscribe and hit that notification bell and comment. Say something. Let me know where you're watching from. Good or bad, I don't care. I tell my staff all the time, when they ask me, oh, we're doing good. I'm like, I know when we're going to be doing good when I get a lot of hate comments. I don't get a lot of hate comments. That means we're not doing that good. So let's grow this channel, guys. So let's go back to what the title is, and that is the Florida Loop. It's going to be and here, I'm gonna go through. I just finished, we just finished doing the route. And I feel comfortable of mentioning how the route's gonna look, give you guys an idea on the point system. Just make sure I'm in the right spot. Give me one quick second. I've been testing and retesting and doing routes and looking at routes to figure out what's the ideal route. Because here's the deal. I am mirroring what's known as the scooter Cannonball Run. Now, the scooter Cannonball Run is almost a cross country type event. If I'm not mistaken, last year it went from Portland, Oregon, down to Texas. Crazy amount of, it's a week-long event. We're not going to do a week-long event, right? We're going to do a 3-day event, but it kind of mirrors that. And what I want to do is make, and what I picked, what's up, Mike? Just see you're on there. Guys, give Mike the Bike Dasher some love. In fact, let me really quickly, because I want to go into a bunch of stuff. Mike the Dasher. So, who else is on here? Let me see who's on here. We have Yes and No. We have One Style Caps. We have Lorena. Love you, girl. Barushka. Mike. We have Premium Miami. We have Lewis. Coca. What's going on? We got Haas. Thank you guys for hopping on. Thank you guys for hopping on. I really, really appreciate it. All right. So now let me go over, because I just finished doing the route, in the process of building the rider's guide, right? And let me go from the very beginning here. Sorry for the delay, because like I said, I did so many variations of this, and I think I finally got it finalized, but I want to bring it up, let you guys know what we're talking about. Boom, boom, boom. I'm working with some good sponsors too, guys. Working with a lot of good sponsors. I think you guys are going to really like it. All right, so let me go over about the event itself. It's the also Florida Cannonball Loop. It's a 3-day event, and it's going to be at a minimum of 450 miles, all on e-bikes. So on the categories, right? There's going to be 2 categories. There's going to be class 1, class 3, class 1, class 2, class 3 bikes. That's one category. And unlimited is another category. So we're going to have 2 categories of bikes and that people can participate in. So if you have a class 1, a class 2, and class 3 bike, you're going to fall into one category. You're going to compete against people in that category. Then there's going to be the unlimited, and unlimited could be any bike that goes faster than 28 miles an hour. And it could even include bikes that are modified, whether, like, for example, there's a couple of people when I think about modified bikes, right? We have e-bike guy who has the Icon and these crazy 100-mile-an-hour bikes. That's an unlimited bike and a modded bike. We have Kobe, aka Dude Moto. He has modified bikes. It makes me laugh because his bikes are modified and they're fast, but they also have a lot of battery. I mean, the guy has 2 to 3 batteries on his bike, right? That's a modded bike. And then you have bikes like the Magician, the wired bikes, the Aniokis. Those will fall under the unlimited category, right? So you're participating in those categories. Now, there's always a misconception on Cannonball events, right? They're not a race. It's not who gets from point A to point B the fastest. They're based on a point system. It's based on who has the most points. Whoever has the most points wins. So let me go over some key important things about this event. It's going to take place on November 6th, 7th, and 8th. That's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're going to kick off on Friday. Let me backtrack. On Thursday is going to be the day where you can pick up your package, because we're going to have a package. Your race number is going to be there. or any sponsors goodies will be there. We're going to go through the riders briefing on Thursday. That's all going to happen Thursday on the 6th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Again, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Thursday, which Thursday should be the 5th, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just look at my calendar just to make sure that I'm not saying something. That's correct. It's the 5th. So on the 5th in the evening time from 5 to 7 is when you can come pick up your, what we refer to as the package pickup. You'll have your race number. You have whatever goodies the sponsors are going to have in there. You'll have your rider's handbook will be issued at that time, and the briefing, the rider's briefing. Okay, that'll happen on Thursday. On Friday morning, we're kicking off right at sunrise, right? So it's going to kick off at 7 a.m., but we will be staging and everything will be open and ready at 5 p.m. Because one of the bonuses for, and anyways, let me just continue on, and then we'll talk about bonuses and all that. It'll kick off there. We're leaving out of Fort Lauderdale South Beach lot. So if you're not familiar with it, the address will be in the handbook. If you register, you'll get all that information. But we're going to stage there. We'll take a group photo before we take off. And then we're off, right? Day one will take us from Fort Lauderdale up to Fort Pierce. Fort Pierce, there'll be a cutoff time. Right now, the cutoff time is 8 p.m. So the total miles, let me bring this up, for day one is going to be, one quick second. Here it is. So day one is going to be the shortest day of them all. The minimum miles you're going to be riding on day one is 116 miles. That is if you go directly from the South Beach lot to the hotel where we're going to have the check-in point, right? In between that, though, there's going to be points of interest, quests, and bonuses. Here's what I mean by that. As you go along, you're going to be required to do a series of things to earn points. If it's a quest, that means you're going to have to buy something or deliver something within that time. I'm not going to tell you what it is until the only people going to actually know what that is will be the people that are registered. They'll get the full brief of what it's going to be. But be prepared to deliver something. Be prepared to find something and pick something up. And so that's one series of points. And then there's going to be points of interest where you have to check in, like hypothetical. I'm not saying this is going to be one of them, but like the Pompano Pier, where you'll have to go, put your bike in front of the Pompano Pier, take a picture, and send that picture with you and the bike to upload it into the group the WhatsApp group that we're going to have, so we can verify that you actually were actually there. You took the picture, then you get points for that. So you're going to get a series of points. If you make it if just making it to the destination, it's a set of points. It's 150 points just to make it from point A to point B. Doesn't matter if you get there, within 6 hours, or you get there at the cutoff time at 8 p.m. You get the same amount of points. What changes is if you don't make it at 8 p.m. So for every minute you don't make it, you lose 10 points. For every minute after 8 p.m., you lose 10 points. And if you don't make it by midnight, you're out of the race, right? So that's how, again, it's a point system. So there's going to be, and I'm looking here, two checkpoints that you have checkpoints that you have to be at. You don't get points for those, but that's just to verify that you're going in the right direction. There's 2 checkpoints that you have to check in with the race team. And then the finish point will be at the Fort Pierce City Marina, Avenue 8 in Fort Pierce. That's going to be stop number 1. Day 2, you're going to have 2 checkpoints. Lake Okeechobee Scenic Trail is one of them. Seabreeze Circle Historic District is checkpoint number 2. And again, in between that, you're going to have quest or points of interest to do if you want to get the points, right? Now, day 2 is going to be your second longest leg. At a minimum, it's going to be 160 miles minimum. And it's going to go from Fort Pierce to LaBelle, Florida. Day 3, it's going to be the longest ride. Day 3 from LaBelle all the way back to the starting point in Fort Lauderdale. At a minimum, it's going to be 195 miles. So you're going to be going approximately 450 to 471 miles at a minimum. If you do all the quests and try to get the points, try to win the championship, because yes, there will be money involved, and I'm going to go over that in a second. Then you'll be doing a lot more miles than that. So far, those that are watching, do you guys have any questions before I continue? Let me see who else is on. Well, we have logistical support in case something happens. Yes, there's going to be what I refer to in the racing world is called the SAG vehicle. You're all going to be, okay, let me go back about the numbers too, because this is very, very important. Registration is going to open on July 1st. We're going to open registration. Unfortunately, we're only going to take 25 riders. And so if you want to participate, number 1, I highly, highly recommend that you register early, right? And you'll see in the form, there's a couple of things that we're looking for. I need to know what bike you're going to be using. I need to know your social media presence, because again, this is going to be just like the Watt Hustle Dash Challenge. Everything needs to be recorded. And we're going to be documenting everything. And we need people that have at least a footprint on YouTube and social media. Why? Because the sponsors are asking for that. And the sponsors are going to be putting up a lot of money for this event. So in order for me to meet that commitment, you have to have a social media channel, meaning Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You have to have at least one of those, and you have to have a YouTube channel. So you have to have at least one. And then we're going to be selecting from those groups. Now, it doesn't matter if you have 1 subscriber or 1 million subscribers, because out of the 25 riders, the same thing that we did with the Watt Hustle Dash Challenge. I want a diverse group of people. I want a diverse group of bikes. So, unfortunately, there's only going to be 1 or 2 Aniokis. There's only going to be 1 or 2 Magicians, 1 or 2 Wires. There's only going to be 1 or 2 of a particular bike. And there will be probably the largest segment of bikes will probably be the modified bikes. If your bike is modified, I'm going to take more of those bikes, only because I can't classify you in a specific bike category. But that's important for you guys to understand. There are going to be people left out, just like there were people left out in the Watt Hustle Dash Challenge. I just can't take everyone right away because this is new. It's going to be the first event. Mistakes are going to be made, and we need to improve and make it better for years to come. So that's why we're limited limit it to 25 riders because that's a manageable number, and I don't have to have a lot of support for that. With 25 riders, we can deal with one SAG vehicle and don't have to worry about having 4 or 5 SAG vehicles. So to answer your question, if a bike breaks down, we will have somebody there to fix, to support you. If you use the support, though, there will be some penalties involved. So if you use the SAG vehicle, you'll be penalized for using it, but at least you're still in the game, right? It doesn't completely take you out of the game. Unless it's a mechanical problem that we can't fix on the spot, then you're kind of screwed. Having said that, and the reason why you're going to get penalized is because there is an award for reliability. So what I mean by that, there's going to be points given to people that have no technical issues, no flats, or don't require SAG support. You will get some added bonus point for that as well. Okay, let me continue then. So I don't know where I left off. So day two, we're going to finish day one in wait, where's day one? Let me go back. Finish day one in Fort Pierce, and then we're going to go through Lake Okeechobee. We're going to go through Central Florida. So this is what I did, because I wanted to make it a little interesting for people coming down or people in Florida in general, right? Not only do I want a diverse group of riders, I also want a diverse group or a diverse scenery. So we're going to start off in probably the most scenic part of the ride, which is going to be the A1A Scenic Trail, right? We're going to take A1A all the way up to Fort Pierce. Once we get to Fort Pierce, that's when we're going to cut into the heartland of Florida. And we're going to hit that trail. Once we get into Central Florida and come back, then we're going to go into, let me go here real quick. So here's what makes this route special, in my opinion. This is why I picked this route. It's going to make it kind of special. I initially was going to make it a 4-day event because I wanted to go all the way out to the West Coast, but we're not going to do that this first year because I just, number one, to see how everything plays out, right? It's going to be the first time. But here's what makes the route special. We're going to have the Atlantic coast. We're going to go through the Treasure Coast. We're going to go through the Lake Okeechobee region. We're going to go through Florida's heartland. We're going to go through the historic Sebreens turnaround point. We're going to go through rural Florida back roads. So there's going to be times where it's going to be very rural. You're going to be, depending on what route you take, right? Because we're not going to give you the specific route. We're going to give you the points to get, where you need to go. You need to decide and strategize how you want to get there. So you can be going off-road, you can be using trails, or you can be going on the road. It just depends on how you want to get there. So you need to decide that. That's part of the gameplay of this Cannonball run, right? You're going to have multiple opportunities for content opportunities for creators. Again, all 25 riders, with the exception of maybe 2 or 3, just like I did with the Watt Hustle Dash Challenge, I'm going to select you if you are a creator. So again, this just depends on how many people are going to participate. I mean, how many people are going to apply. But if it's anything like the Watt Hustle Dash Challenge, I anticipate a lot of people wanting to participate in this event. I already been messaged by a lot of people asking about it and wanting to take part. So I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of people requesting to be part of it. But one of those, this is why I say, one of the criteria is that you have a social media presence, YouTube channel. Again, it doesn't matter the subscribers, view time, or anything like that, because we're going to pick a certain amount of people. So if you don't have that right now and you want to participate, hint, hint, I highly recommend you create it, and then come July 1st, apply, and then let me know what kind of bike you're riding, where you're from. Because again, I don't want every rider to be from Florida. So and I want to pick from different destinations. So anyway, it's going to be huge for the participation, right? The more diverse the ride is, the more different bikes, all that stuff, just makes the event so much better. That's one of the reasons why I think it's going to be cool. And the last thing I think it's going to be really cool about it is that it's going to be a true loop around Florida, right? With the exception of when we loop around, we're going to connect from the west to the east down in West Palm Beach, and then we're going to head back south on A1A from West Palm Beach. So the only time you're going to actually use the same road or route will be on the way back once we get to West Palm Beach to head south to South Beach, the South Beach lot on Sunday. Okay. Again, we're going to be providing a rider handbook. The rider handbook is going to give you the day-to-day maps, miles chart, checkpoints, bonus stop descriptions. And the bonus stop descriptions, we're also going to make it easy because I'm going to also provide photos of what it looks like where you should be at when you get there. So we have that. We're going to have 2 hotels that are going to host hotels. You can stay wherever you want, but we're gonna try very hard to get very discounted rooms at 2 hotels, one in Fort Pierce, and then the other one's going to be in LaBelle. LaBelle is not, LaBelle, Florida it's no tourist attraction, but there is a nice river there. There is a nice hotel on the river, and it's going to be on the second night, which will have 2 full days of long riding. I'm sure nobody's going to be going out trying to party hardy. They're just going to want to rest because Sunday is going to be the longest ride of the event. You have emergency contact information. Again, the support people are going to be there. Everything logistically we're going to take care of. That's that. The other big caveat is that there will be an entry fee. The entry fee is going to be, if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be, oh shoot, did I write it down? I believe it's going to be $199 is going to be the entry fee. It could be a little less. I just can't remember now. I have it in my notes, and I don't know why I can't find the notes. Yeah, I can't find it. Anyway, it'll be by next week. Everything's going to be finalized. I'm going to give you more details next week of the event. Now, here's the pluses, right? Or some of the perks about the event. 2 of the sponsors that we're almost finalizing will be providing. Well, I'll let it out of the bag. I'm really working with Magician right now. We will have 4 bikes that are going to be available on Thursday. We're going to have 4 Magician Alpha. We're going to have 2 Alphas and 2 Minis that are available for you to test and ride and for sale at a very discounted price on Thursday during the riders check-in. That's going to be provided. You can test them, you can ride them. If you want to buy them, you can buy them, or you can order them right there on the spot at a not heavily, it's going to be at a discounted price, much cheaper than you can get them if you order it. And if you buy the ones that are going to be there, you'll save on shipping and taxes. Okay, so it's going to be even cheaper if you buy the ones that they're going to be provided by Magician. Again, Magician is not a title sponsored yet, but we're getting very close. But for sure, there will be 4 Magician bikes available. There's also going to be 4 Aniokis available. So those are the 4. Those are the 2 companies so far that we're in negotiations with. But the money already here. So first place is $1,000. Second place is $500. Third place is $250. So that there's also going to be some other awards. There's not going to be a dollar value or cash value to it, but there'll be, we're just like we did with the Wild Hustle Dash Challenge. We're going to be getting bikes that will be given out as prizes during the event as well. Again, one of the prize will be for what we refer to as the Iron e-bike rider. That is going to go. I won't let the cat out of the bag but that's going to go to a rider. He'll get that award and a bike as well. So we're going to begin giving away 2 bikes plus the cash prizes. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Let me go here, see if there's any questions. All right, Lorena, put any questions there when you're going to start doing Uber Eats and DoorDash. I've already started. We got some videos, some DoorDash videos that are going to be coming out. And I'm glad you brought that up, Clutch. First of all, how are you doing, buddy? If you guys not aware, we have Donald. We just interviewed him. He was on the channel. Unfortunately, he is not doing well. Brother, are you still in the hospital? Put it in the comments if you're still in the hospital. I don't know if he's still on or watching, but he had some issues, some medical issues, and he's not doing well. So those guys that are watching, please have him in your prayers. And he's put out a few videos related to what he's going through. Go there and show him some love, please. Lorna, post up any questions if you see any questions, because I missed a lot of it. Are you going to participate? Of course I'm going to participate. Yes, I'm going to be one of the people participating. But just like with the Wild Hustle Dash Challenge, I am the money and the prizes are not going to go to me. But if I win, that trophy is going to me. Yes, if I win, the trophy is going to me. But maybe not. Maybe not. Not for this case, because I know, in fact, it's not going to go to me. But I will be participating. I will be riding. But the trophy and all that stuff is not going to go to me, because it's not, in this case, it's not fair, because this case, I know the route. And because I know the route, I can practice the route. And I know the locations. So there's no, it's definitely unfair if I do that, right? You guys are going to know the points where we're going to go through, and you're going to start looking at routes to get there. But no one's going to know what the bonus points are, what the quests are going to be, and the point of interest are going to be. That's not going to be known until the day of the race. So until you pick up your race package on Thursday, you're not going to know how many bonus points are available. You're not going to know where to go to to get the bonus points and what the tasks are going to be. So that's not going to happen. Any questions? Bring them up, Lorena.
No question. Just say hello and follow. Yeah.
Okay.
Just this one.
No, and I see another one. It says, I want to see if there are any women participating. Yeah, I would love to see women participating. Like I said, I need a diverse group. We didn't have, I invited two females for the dash challenge, and they didn't take me up on the offer. Hopefully, some will take me up on the offer on this event. But when will you do the bike review? Which bike review are you referring to? Because we're going to be doing a lot of bike reviews, but which specific bike are you referring to? All right, I'll give her a few minutes to ask which bike she's referring to. But anyway, guys, I am super excited about this Florida Cannonball event. It's going to be epic. It's going to be challenging. I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be challenging. When I did the Florida coast to coast ride, which was 253 miles, if I'm not mistaken, that was tough. It was fun. I had a great time, and I did not make my goal, which was to watch the sunset at the end. But man, it took forever to get that 253 miles. In this case, and during the coast to coast ride, like I knew the full map. It was all on trails. I didn't have to deal with traffic. There's going to be some obstacles during this event. We're going to do it in November, so heat's not going to be an issue, or I don't anticipate heat being an issue, but anticipate rain. It's going to be 3 days, so be prepared for rain. And the biggest one to be prepared for, depending on your bike, is you got to strategize and figure out, how much battery life you have, how you're going to handle that part of the race. I will definitely recommend, obviously, depending on your bike's capacity, to have extra batteries, or you will have the route that I pick will give you plenty of opportunities to charge. So you have plenty of places to go plug up, but to make the cutoff time and not lose points, especially day one, is not going to be a problem. Day one, let me look again, because day one, we're only doing, let me look at day one. Day one's the shortest day. Let me go back here to look at the miles. But I know day one's the shortest day. And yeah, day one is the shortest day. At most, if you do all the challenges, unless you get lost or something, you're only going to be going 150 miles. That's not a very, very long day. Day two, we're up in that. Day two, at the bare minimum, you're doing 160 miles. Bare minimum. That's if you don't do any challenges, you don't get lost, everything's, no issues. 160 miles. That's a long day, guys. That's a long day. That's going to take, even if you average, 16 miles an hour, 20 miles an hour, even if you average that, which I doubt anybody's going to be, majority of people are going to be averaging about 12 to 15 miles an hour. That's still that day is still going to take you 10, 11 hours of riding. Easy. And that's without stopping. And, obviously people are going to have to stop, eat, drink. It's going to be a long day. Total ride time, the cap is 16 hours. You only have 16 hours to get to the checkpoint to get your maximum point from checkpoint 1, 2, and 3. Again, if you don't miss the 8 p.m. cutoff time, then there'll be a penalty assessed. And you can't start until 6:30 a.m. on day 2 and day 3. That's the earliest you can start, 6:30 a.m. Can't start earlier than that. So it's going to be challenging, very challenging to make these times, especially day 3, because day 3, it's 200 miles minimum. 200 miles minimum. So it's a long day, day 3. And I specifically made day 3 the longest because I want fatigue to play a role. You know, it's a challenge, guys. It's got to be challenging. And this is the first test, so I don't know if it's going to be too easy, and I don't know if it's going to be too hard. We don't know. You know, I haven't done it. I'm not going to do it until here. I have written it on a car because I want to see. And I did it to see the task and to see not the checkpoints. To take pictures of the checkpoints and take pictures of some of the stuff that I need you to take pictures of for the bonus points. Freaking long day. Even in the car, it's a long day. So, and it's a clockwise loop, just so you guys know. Anyway, let me go back here. All right, I don't see any questions, any other questions, but appreciate you guys for watching. Don't forget, ride, hustle, repeat.